Now let's try a few more that are a little more interesting. We've replaced this x with the square root of x. So we better replace this x and this x also with the square root of x. So this is negative 2 times the square root of x squared plus 6 times the square root of x minus 19. Well, square root of x squared, these are inverse processes, taking a square root and squaring something. So we end up with negative 2x plus 6 times the square root of x minus 19. And that is as far as you can simplify. And then if you look at the next three things we're asked to do, we are building up to get the difference quotient. Remember, this is our difference quotient. So this is our goal. We want to find the difference quotient. But we're going to build to it slowly. Okay, so we're going to do a piece at a time. So we want g of x plus h. So again, if this is hard for you, we know g of x is negative 2x squared plus 6x minus 19. So you can do g of 1. That's negative 2 times 1 squared plus 6 times 1 minus 19. G of 51, negative 2 times 51 squared plus 6 times 51 minus 19. G of 106 is negative 2 times 106 squared plus 6 times 106 minus 19. G of 47 is negative 2 times 47 squared plus 6 times 47 minus 19. G of 83 is negative 2 times 83 squared plus 6 times 83 minus 19. So g of x plus h is negative 2 times x plus h squared plus 6 times x plus h minus 19. Do you see how you tricked yourself into doing it? Your brain kind of changes from I'm actively thinking about it, trying to figure this out, to I've got the pattern down, let me just sort of push this to my, autopilot. I'm turning this into just something, this is just like rote memorization. Okay, but you did it. So g of x plus h is negative 2 times x plus h squared plus 6 times x plus h minus 19. And let's use the rule we did a few minutes ago. X plus h squared. X plus h squared, we just said, was x plus h times x plus h. So you can FOIL it, but let's do this. We're going to square the front, take the front and the back and multiply together, and then multiply by 2 plus 2xh, and then square the back. So I encourage you to pause it at this moment and FOIL this out and see if you get the same thing when you combine the middle terms. Your middle terms would have been x squared plus xh plus xh plus h squared. You will get the same thing. Do not write this as x squared plus h squared. You have to have the middle term. So this is negative 2 times x squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus, I'm going to go ahead and distribute here, 6x plus 6h minus 19. So this is negative 2x squared minus 4xh minus 2h squared plus 6x plus 6h minus 19. As you can see, nothing will combine. We have simplified this as far as we can go. The next step in the difference quotient is to take all of that, everything we just simplified, g of x plus h, and we're going to rewrite it. Rewrite it just like that. Then we're going to put a minus sign, and we're going to open a set of parentheses, and we're going to write the original function g of x, and I have it right here. Negative 2x squared plus 6x minus 19. This part. Plug it in that. Okay, we're going to get negative 2x squared minus 4xh minus 2h squared plus 6x plus 6h minus 19. Now we're going to distribute. We have a negative times a negative. That's going to give us a plus 2x squared minus 6x plus 19. You see that negative really just gives us the opposite sign of everything we had. So since we did that, we know every single term that does not have an h in it will cancel, or we messed up. 2x squared and negative 2x squared cancel out. Negative 6x plus 6x. Positive 19, negative 19. So this part back here, the g of x will always cancel. Okay, now look at the terms that are remaining. Everything else that we have not canceled has an h in it. It may have more than one, right? But every single term that does not have an h in it will cancel, or you messed up. Okay, now we're going to put this together for the difference quotient. So the numerator is everything we just found. So this is this right here. You can simplify it and do it again if you want to, but I'm just going to rewrite the result we got from the previous step and divide by h. Now, a few minutes ago I said that every single term that did not have an h in it would cancel. So guess what? Every term here has an h, right? Okay, so we're going to use our F word in math. We are going to factor out an h. Factor out an h from all terms in the numerator. Okay, so we have h times negative 4x minus 2h plus 6. Now notice I could have also factored out a 2. You can if you want to, but it's not necessary. Now notice I have an h times some other terms, but I have a product in the numerator. I can cancel then the h in the numerator with an h in the denominator, and my result is negative 4x minus 2h plus 6. Isn't that fun? This is the difference quotient.